Hey lovelies, it's Swan here, and I really want to get quickly into the video, so don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell. And also, it's become to my attention that 41% of you guys who watch my videos aren't subscribed. So if you enjoy my video, please look at the button below. Is it red? Click it. If it's gray, you're good to go. Thank you for your service. So for October, I did not take part in Inktober. I also did not take part in Witchtober. I was just taking a break. But of course, I couldn't fully take a break because the spirit of everybody doing drawings every day, or at least posting every day, I had to draw something myself. So I decided to do Autumn Week, which was an art challenge that was hosted by Emma Carpenter and a bunch of other artists, like a whole bunch of other artists over on Instagram. And it's a week-long challenge that I took more than a month to do. But it was really fun. So for those of you who don't know, Emma Carpenter is a wonderful YouTube vlogger here. She does a bunch of studio vlogs here on YouTube, and I really enjoy her content, and you guys should check her out. I'll put a link to her channel down in the description below, and I'll also put a link to the challenge because it's super fun. It's just a week, it's just 7 prompts, so 7 days, and you could do it all year round, but since it's Autumn Week, it makes more sense to do it in autumn. So that's why I decided to do that for October instead of doing Inktober or Witchtober, because I was putting way too much pressure on myself, and I've said in a previous video there was too much prompts to choose from. It's like way too much prompts to choose from. I just couldn't choose. So since I got the prompt list from Emma Carpenter, I got inspired by the way how she colors her illustration, and guys, it takes a long time, seriously. This is literally my face when I'm coloring this illustration, like seriously. It's repetitive, but the end result is so satisfying. So thanks, Emma. So with Autumn Week, I decided for it to star my boys Fred and George. I love them so much. So the thing with Fred and George, they are my relaxed subject to go to. And by that, since I was freaking out about doing all this intricate drawings, Fred and George is just like a few lines and they're there because they have Adventure Time noodle arms, they got a big head, and they wear bow ties. Except since it's fall and autumn, I gave them scarves, and it's so cute. I just love it. They got long legs too. I don't know, that seemed to come out of nowhere, but they got long legs too, and I just like seeing these long floppy legs walking or running or just laying down. It's just so fun. So in this prompt I'm doing right now, it's called Forest Walk. I will show you all the illustrations. If you're not following me on Instagram, I'll show you all the illustrations. But guys, what are you doing not following me over on Instagram? Like, I post everything there. Come on guys, come on. I'm just rambling. So in this prompt, it's Forest Walk. So I was thinking, since Fred, he's the older brother. Not really, it's just like he hatched before George, and they have hundreds of brothers and sisters because frogs lay a lot of eggs, guys. Frogs, they lay a lot of eggs. So they got so much siblings all over the area, but these two decided to stick together. And I was even thinking maybe I should even do a family reunion kind of drawing, but that would take a long time to do. But I was even thinking about that. So some of their siblings might show up in future drawings, so look out for that. And in this drawing, since Fred is the older brother and he's the one that always serious and takes care of his brother George, he's more forward thinking, he's more rule oriented, he always prepares things in advance. So that's how he is. So he came prepared for this walk with a map. and when things don't go the way he plans, he gets confused and weird and stuff. It's kind of like Shang in Mulan 2 when he had an outdated map and he wanted to follow the map, but nothing on the map is how the terrain is nowadays, and he and Mulan was fighting about it. So it's kind of like that with Fred. George, on the other hand, he's more adventurous. So in this illustration, you will just see George walking, looking up in the trees. He just found a random stick and he's holding it and he's using it to walk. And he's having a great time because he enjoys the moment. He doesn't plan things out all the way through. He will plan. Fred is his brother, but he doesn't do it all. He'll have a plan to go on a hike, and the hike might take an hour, and that's his plan. And then he'll just go, walk, enjoy himself, and then go home. Fred, on the other hand, he have to plan everything down to the tiniest little itty bitty detail, and anything that doesn't go to plan, it confuses him. So right now with Fred, he's on top of a hill. He has no idea how he reached there. He was so confused by the map that he walked up the hill instead of going on the path like how George is on the path. And right now he's like, where am I? What is going on? He cannot read the map. It's like everything that's going on in the map is not going on the way he is. And it's like, I really like how this illustration came out. I like how the background came out with the lights and thing. I was like, I'm really happy with how this illustration came out. And also, it's really simple to know who is Fred and who is George. Fred always has a red bow tie or red scarf, and George, he's the one with the yellow. So this is the last prompt. So the reason why I'm doing this as a video is because I find myself not doing the last two prompts even though I did the majority, and I'm like, I want to finish this challenge. It's fun. I love drawing Fred and George. Why aren't I complete wow, I can't speak today. Why aren't I completing this challenge? And I was like, okay, if I make it into a video, I would do it. And I was right. I did it. So the final prompt is self-portrait. So I think it would have been jarring since I did the whole prompt with Fred and George that all of a sudden we just have me or Swan, who's my avatar, in it. So I was like, all right, so let's have Swan and my boys playing in the leaves. And that's the idea that I had. I like that. So Swan, she's decked out in autumn. I have no idea how autumn is in Trinidad. You have two seasons. It's wet season or dry season. Wet season, plenty rain. Dry season, no rain. So sun and hot. That's our seasons. No, it's not definitive anymore. We don't know when it's hot or when it's dry or when it's wet because everything blends together now. You know, climate change. It's real. So I drew Swan in this puffy sweater. I would die if I wear that here in Trinidad, but it's a fantasy right now. And they just having fun in the leaves while leaves are falling on them. And I think it's a really fun illustration to end this whole challenge with. And I'm really, really happy with how this came out. And back to the scratchy. Who knows who says that? Bonus points for you. And they literally scream it into your ear. So good thing I don't listen to things with headphones. Otherwise I would be deaf because I love their videos. So I'll see you at the end of the video, lovelies. so here's the final illustration of my self-portrait with my boys, with my babies, my boys. And please let me know, is laying in a bed of fallen pretty beautiful leaves all that it's hyped up to be, or are you guys pulling our legs? Is it really fun to play in leaves? Please guys tell me. I want to know. I really do. So just comment, is it really fun to play with leaves or play in leaves? That would be fun to know. Alright guys, I'm really happy how this illustration came out. I think everything, especially with the texture, you know I love my texture, came out so good. So here are all the illustrations that I did. So day one was apple orchard. I was really happy with how Fred, he has this big apple walking away and George is having fun in the apple basket. It's like so cute. 2 is fallen leaves. This is where George, he's the adventurer, so he just went for it. He just took those, they climbed the tree, took that leaf and fell down. I love this perspective of the drawing. And George, he had to be nudged, no, Fred had to be nudged to do it, but he had fun. He just had to be extra careful with the safety. So cute. 3 was pumpkin carving. So Fred did not trust George to actually handle the knife, so he let George scoop out all the guts of the pumpkin while he cut, and because George got a little too enthusiastic, he hit Fred in the face with some of the guts, which made him make a mistake. So cute, I love it. Alright, prompt 4 is autumn picnic. I'm really happy with this. I did 2 versions of this because I thought the shadows would have overpowered the illustration and you wouldn't really see that much details, but a lot of people prefer the shadowed version, and so do I liked it. Day 5 is cozy night in. I'm not too happy with this one. I like the illustration, but I tried to make it a night scene and it didn't really work out, so I might redo that one and figure out how to do night scene. Now day 6 is the one I showed you in the beginning. That's they're walking in the forest and Fred is like, let's follow the map, and George is like, Fred, just put away the map and enjoy the walk. And you see who's having fun, right? And day 7 is autumn self-portrait, and that's the last one with them in the leaves. It's a self-portrait of me and my boys enjoying some leaves. Is it seriously, is it still fun? So anyhow, that's the end of my participation of Autumn Week. Thank you, Emma Carpenter, so much for introducing me to this challenge. And of course, I would like to thank my patrons. YK, yeah, it's sounding weird in my mouth as well. YK, Princess Auntie, me, Harriet Cheshire, Amber Padilla, Jennifer Tabaiko, and Tatiana Vault of Tatiana Vault Art. I'm fangirling so hard, guys. You have no idea. Thank you guys so much for your support. You have no idea. Also, here is this month's Patreon reward, just to show you guys what this month's look like. I'm really happy with it. Bunny Girl AS, you guys saw it, you saw the video, so this is the holistic thing with some stationery out. But anyhow, thank you lovely so much for watching my video. Oh, comment Autumn Week to let me know that you watch this video all the way through, and I'll see you in the next video, lovelies. Bye.